Hey, my name is Christine and we're going to go over a shoulder workout. When you are doing your shoulders, remember you have to work all the different planes and the different heads of your deltoid muscles. So the most important exercises I will show you right here. We'll do it one time live through, and then you have to make sure that you are focusing on training the front head, the medial head, and the rear head of the delt muscle. The deltoid is your shoulder cap muscle and also works into the trapezius muscle, is where we're going to be doing some overhead presses. There are some key points to make sure. I've got a band here because traveling, you can use a band anywhere, as well as these do not take much space in your home. So if you don't have the money or the space to do weights, just use a band. So let's get started. First exercise we're going to do is an overhead press. This is the first exercise you should do because it involves all of the heads of the muscle and it's the strongest one. But you want to be sure that when you're using a tubing band that you do not step both feet in. So many common mistake is putting both feet in and doing an overhead press. The bands are not meant to stretch at that capacity, so be sure that you use one foot. And if still going overhead is too much resistance, either the band is too thick, meaning when they're thicker, it's tougher. So if you need to make it easier, you're gonna have to do a leg squat. So come down lower. We're going for 15. Before we go, this is your end point. Elbows level to the ground. So when you press up, careful you don't come all the way down to a relaxed state. Come right here level. 15, here we go. So there's 15, 14, 13, and you're gonna exhale on the up and come down 11, 10. Again, elbows are level, 9, 8. You should feel a little bit more tired now, getting even more tired. 5, exhale 4, again 3, come level, 2, and 1. Before you release the bands, then step up. Next exercise we're going to do is for the lateral, it's for the medial head. Lateral raise, again, if you need to make the resistance lighter, 1 foot in. But if you can, step both feet together. Practice. When you come up, you want to notice that the elbows are higher than the hands. Common mistake is people come up hands first. Think of yourself like a bird's wing, where it flaps up, comes level to shoulders, and come down, but not all the way down. So again, level and come down so that you have that release. Here we go for 15. So 15, 14, 13, 12. This one should be tough. 11. And if you need to make it easier, 10. Rather than quitting, 9. Step 1 foot out. So I'll show you how that's done. You just step 1 foot out, makes it a little bit easier. 8, 7, 6. Again, watch your form. Keep your hands lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish one more. And 1. Release, step out. All right, the next exercise we're going to do front raise. Now the front raise is for the front delt. The front delt is one of the most commonly used one because it's what we use in normal daily motion. So just be sure that that's not the first exercise you start with. Always do what is your weakest, except for the rear delt. So for front delt, same positioning. We've got the feet right together. Key points, when you raise up, again, you don't come hands first. If your wrists are bending, then that is not a good sign. I'm going to do this one from the side so you can see that positioning. So here we go. We only come down so that there's still some tension on the band. You don't want to come all the way down and release. 15, here we go. 15, 14, 13. Abs are in. Notice my knees are bent. Belly button's pulled in. I think we're at 11, 10, 9, 8. If you're starting to get tired, you can do one at a time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish that last one. And 1. Release, step on out. All right, and the final exercise to make sure that we hit all of the shoulders are the rear delts. The rear delts are the weakest part of your shoulder. It's the back part of your shoulder. Now, we have to be sure that you are using a lighter weight so that you keep great form. If you're using a band, you might need to switch your band, and also you might just drop all resistance together and just use your arm weight, because isometric work when you squeeze and hold still is great. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cross the band. So we'll step in, now cross the band, and you're going to have a slight hip hinge. Knees are bent, belly button pulled up. You'll notice from the side that when I'm coming up, again, elbows are not high or lower than the hands. Keep the hands lower than elbows, and be careful when you come up that you don't pinch the shoulders. I'm going to turn so you can see it again from the side. Again, bend the knees, pull the belly button in, stick your butt out. 15, and again, if you need to release resistance, step 1 foot out. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12. Keep the belly button pulled in. Notice now you're not rounding through your back. It's starting to get tired that you want to make sure you stick your butt out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, finish up, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now the key with shoulders is if I was going to do this live again with you, we would probably do 2 more rotations of that. You don't need to be super creative and fancy with your workout. Remember, stick with the basics, and your form is priority number 1. You will have faster, greater gains if you have fantastic form using the right amount of resistance and doing a basic exercise. So the 4 that we did was an overhead press, we did a lateral raise, we did a front raise, and we did a rear delt. Got one more bonus one for you if you're like, that's no big deal, I want to do one more. We're going to do everything by bringing a front raise around to a T. So I got both feet standing in, we raise up front, we come around and down, front, around, and down, up, around, and down. You can also reverse that, lateral, center, and down. The great part about this is there's those sticking points of isometric hold, and that's where you're going to get great, quick results. All right, make sure that you follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Coach Dwyer. And then also, if you want me to train you for 3 weeks, give you a meal plan, answer your questions every day, any challenge that you have, keep you accountable, help you with your workout program, go to 21dayleanout.com, and I'll send you over right away a meal plan that you can start using and access to some free online workouts for myself. But then we could take it even further and have you join my 3-week private training group. Thanks again for following. Bye-bye.